Welcome back, monsters! As you already know, fashion lives and breathes on international runways, and over the years there have been more than a few iconic moments that will live on in fashion history for all eternity. So many, in fact, that we at the Monstery had to filter through a lot of footage to curate a list that is pitch perfect and exactly what our viewers deserve. So without further ado, here are the top iconic moments in fashion history. Let's get to it then. First up, the year 1976, and Calvin Klein makes a bold decision and becomes the first major designer to feature jeans on the runway.
I think the whole point of jeans is that almost anything that I design for women or for men that is to be worn above the waist, whether it's a cashmere sweater, or whether it's a leather or a suede shirt, or a silk, a beautiful silk blouse for a woman, or a silk shirt for a man. Any of those things can be worn with jeans.
No one can ever accuse Calvin Klein of not being able to read the room, so when the fashion icon decided to bring denim to the forefront of design, he did so with a bang. Soon, nothing was becoming between Brooke Shields, Calvin Klein jeans, and millions of men and women, spearheading a monumental shift not only in fashion, but in marketing campaigns. The next iconic moment belongs to none other than Marc Jacobs and the debut of his 1992 collection for Perry Ellis. This collection marked the introduction of grunge to the mainstream fashion scene and resulted in Marc Jacobs firing from Perry Ellis.
Basically, we have, in a designer's vocabulary, skirts, pants, dresses, and jackets, and shirts. And how you put them together can be very different, whether the fabric is different, or the color is different, or the accessories are different.
Despite never reaching the masses, the samples sent to Kurt Cobain and Courtney Love were famously set ablaze by the iconic couple. Clearly, the label was unprepared for Jacobs' infamous grunge runway show, and neither was the rest of the industry. The show featured plaid, proportion play, and silhouettes reminiscent of suburban thrift, including shrunken baby doll dresses and antique-styled slip dresses. Jacobs proved to be ahead of his time, however, as these elements soon became a runway staple at New York Fashion Week, reflecting a changing of the guard in both fashion and music. In less than 30 minutes, Jacobs disrupted high fashion, offering something entirely accessible that resonated with a universal youth movement in full swing. Another shock designer that made his mark on the runway is Alexander McQueen and his Spring-Summer 1999 collection. Listing every breathtaking and unforgettable moment from an Alexander McQueen runway show would be an extensive task. However, a standout and widely considered the most memorable McQueen moment occurred during the finale of the Spring-Summer 1999 show. This was when top model at the time Shalom Harlow adorned a voluminous dress, initially white, as she stood on a revolving wheel, the pièce de résistance, when she was sprayed by two giant paint guns, releasing streams of black and gold paint onto the dress. A spectacle that earned thunderous applause from the captivated audience. Oh yes, the late and great McQueen knew how to shock an audience. On to the next icon of fashion, the eccentrically brilliant Vivienne Westwood and her fall 1993 collection, featuring another icon, Naomi Campbell. Now known around the world as the best to ever do it, one of Campbell's most legendary moments on the runway occurred early on in her career, during Vivienne Westwood's fall 1993 show. The supermodel was captured teetering on her perilously high, ballet slipper-like platforms before taking a memorable tumble. Unfazed, Campbell laughed at her fall, picked herself up, and sauntered down the runway to thunderous applause, and a viral moment before viral moments were even a thing. Now that is star power at its finest. Then we have Thierry Mugler's Fall-Winter 1995 Haute Couture runway collection. Mugler, the indisputable master of opulent and unforgettable runway extravaganzas, achieved the summit with his Fall-Winter 1995 haute couture presentation, featuring 300 looks adorned by icons such as supermodel Jerry Hall and socialite Patty Hearst. Alongside supermodels Naomi Campbell and Kate Moss, the show garnered the title the Woodstock of fashion for many reasons. And then another best of moment, courtesy of Alexander McQueen and his Fall-Winter 2006-2007. By then, Alexander McQueen was well acquainted with creating spectacle. Whether it was models seemingly trapped in glass boxes or the robotically spray-painted dresses, no matter what, he skillfully defied and overturned expectations with each passing season. Concluding his highly praised Widows of Culloden show, McQueen introduced a hauntingly beautiful hologram featuring supermodel Kate Moss. This served as a striking dramatic gesture and a poignant demonstration of solidarity with Moss, who had been excluded from the runway for years due to tabloid scandals. The presentation placed Moss back at the forefront of fashion and solidified her status as an unstoppable force in the industry. Then Donatella reintroduced the world to the time when the world stood still at the Versace Spring-Summer 2020. If anyone knows how to create an iconic moment, it is Jennifer Lopez, and so it was only fitting that 20 years after appearing at the 2000 Grammys in that unforgettable green dress, the look was recreated at Milan Fashion Week in 2019. Jennifer Lopez closed the Versace show in an updated rendition of her renowned green dress from the 2000 Grammys. How iconic was this dress? Well, it was so widely celebrated that it served as the inspiration for the creation of Google images. Then there was rabble-rouser fashion designer Betsy Johnson and her show in 1998 featuring top model Alek Wek. You know those times when you've just had enough? Well, Miss Wek reached her boiling point in a Betsy Johnson show in 1998. Alek, who was celebrated for her gorgeous dark skin and singular look, made a powerful statement by removing the blonde wig she had been styled in for the event. This moment has since become a symbol of resistance against Eurocentric beauty standards. Speaking to the BBC, she emphasized that taking off the wig wasn't just a dramatic act, it represented a crucial point in her early fashion career. Alek had communicated to her agent that if they were to represent her, she wouldn't be a temporary gimmick for a few seasons. It was an all-or-nothing commitment. Fast forward to present day, and Alek Wek is still a force in the industry, and will forever be remembered for taking a stand against Western standards of beauty. More than 40 years after his first iconic runway moment, designer Calvin Klein was back at it again for the Fall 2018 New York Fashion Week show. The entire flooring at the Calvin Klein show resembled snow or powdery debris but had an unexpected twist. It was actually made of popcorn, 50,000 gallons to be exact. Beyond the garments and set inspired by the apocalypse, this unique element added a surprising touch. This quirky detail could be attributed to the creative director at the time, Raf Simons, known for his cinematic influences. His Spring-Summer 19 collection paid homage to films like Jaws and The Graduate. Notably, guests were cautioned against consuming the popcorn, for obvious reasons, and just like that, an iconic moment in runway history was born. Another maverick on the list, none other than Rick Owens and his 2015 presentation. Owens is known for pushing boundaries and being a provocateur, even delving into the taboo of nudity on the runway. While the fashion industry frequently features exposed breasts, showcasing male genitalia at Fashion Week is typically considered a faux pas. However, for his autumn-winter men's show in 2015, Owens boldly went against the norm, earning the temporary moniker Dick Owens. Before the crowd knew what had hit them, models were spotted on the runway sporting crotch cutouts, revealing their genitalia. This was a statement on fashion as commentary, an exploration on how we express ourselves through clothing and the messages conveyed by our choices. At Gucci's 2018 Milan Fashion Week show, heads were more than scratched at the spectacle. And while Rick Owens grabbed fashion by the balls, so to speak, Gucci turned the industry on its head in 2018 when some models carried quite head-turning accessories, models of their own heads. And last but certainly not least was the Coperni show at Paris Fashion Week in 2022. Top model Bella Hadid made a striking entrance when she strolled on stage in only a G-string, and then stood in place as a dress crafted from Fabrican, a spray paint-like fabric, was sprayed onto her body live on stage. As the audience ranged from amused to shocked, an iconic moment was instantly born as the end result was a shoulderless, white slip dress. Hadid, commenting on the experience, said, "No rehearsal. No nothing, just passion." This, coupled with a touch of magic, resulted in a truly unforgettable fashion moment that will certainly live on for all time. Well, that's it, monsters. Did you love going down fashion's memory lane today and learning about some of the most iconic moments in runway history? What were your absolute favorite moments? Let us know in the comment section below. Also, be sure to hit the like button, then subscribe for the latest videos we have coming up. Until next time, stay stylish, and remember, Monstery. Fashion yesterday, today, forever. Ciao for now!